Wrong. I am.
You?
Yes. Now, don't worry about Donna. She doesn't scare me. Much.
Alright, it is the day after Thanksgiving 2021, and what are we approaching, Matthew? What is that over there?
A yawn.
What is that big gray thing?
That big gray thing? That's not ours. This big gray thing is our foundation.
It's our foundation. Why did they do the hay, I wonder? That's weird. I've never seen that before.
That's a
drying technique
or a drying technique.
Probably drying is my guess. But yeah, there is our foundation. Pretty exciting. Our garage will be right there, and our front door will be right there, and our backyard will be over there, and that's Redwood Road over there, and you can see the temple right there, Saratoga Springs Temple. That is still has yet to be dedicated.
It doesn't look that big from here, does it?
It doesn't, but remember, it's really tall. So you can see they're working on that one over there. And we'll be in our little cul-de-sac. There are 6 homes total, 6 families in our little area. It's gonna be so cute and fun. But, yep, that's it. That's our home. It's coming along.
That's all she wrote.
That's all she wrote. Okay, we're at the path that is going to be at the back of our home. So you can see footings, base of foundations right there. And our yard will probably go to about here, which is that's a pretty big yard considering the neighborhood we live in. So, or will live in, I should say. So exciting. Okay, here we are at Thanksgiving 2021. We've got the Nate Barlow and Eliza Barlow family over here. We've got Grandpa, John and Angie, the Levers. It's a big group. Lots of fun.
Becky and I were cousins. And so we're holding.
All right, like I said, it's the day after Thanksgiving, and we're here with Hiram and Mary, and we have Matt. We're about to play Mario Party Superstars that just came out. It's the new one. And then we're gonna have a sleepover and a bunch of siblings day festivities. So fun. Okay, so we got the jazz game thanks to our realtor. And that's where the vintage sweatshirt that I think was one of the uncles at one point.
Take a listen out on the Cyber Monday ticket pack. Get tickets to see the
just all of the good.
in December.
Got Gobert on the team, looking really good this year.
Call or text 801-355. Or visit.
All right,
card goes
glasses
last.
are over
What?
here in case it's a violent guess.
This was cute wrapping.
You are so much more patient than I am.
And the top just lifts off.
Yeah, you can just lift the top off after
After we get past these.
you get past the impassable knot of Emma.
Good grief, Emma. Were you a scout?
Do you want scissors?
There we go. Well, that's part of it.
Part 1 complete.
Part 1.
I am having like an
Just break it.
aneurysm right now.
Okay, trying to.
Where's you struggling?
Start getting mean here. Brace.
Help me.
I'm bracing. What's happening here?
What?
Did you sneak these?
Yep.
You turd!
Wow, really?
We've been talking about doing this for years. Oh, look, it's the old piano.
Wow, it's our old piano.
Oh, look at these.
Wow,
Piano.
thank you.
Wait, Bubba.
Hello, thank you, Bubba.
Bubba. Zoom in on Bubba. Oh, you're zooming on Bubba.
Rock, Mary, rock, the cradle in glory. Rock, Mary, rock, the cradle in glory. Rock, Mary, and shout hallelujah for the judgment day. We're gonna rock, Mary, rock, cradle in glory, rock, Mary, rock, cradle in glory, rock, Mary, rock, cradle in glory, peace on earth, peace on earth. We're gonna rock, rock the cradle in glory, rock. Rock the cradle in glory, rock, Mary, rock the cradle in glory, peace on earth, goodwill to man. God's greetings. Dashing through snow o'er fields we go, in a one-horse open sleigh. It's fun to ride as off we glide, laughing all the way. The bells will ring, we'll ride and sing a sleighing song tonight. Jingle bells, jingle all the way, and a happy new year. Merry Christmas! Everywhere, the cheerful faces lean into the glow of a forest green. Warm by the fireside, we can hide. I'll bring a charger. Please, won't you connect with me, network with me? So why would we go out and take a sleigh ride? The Wi-Fi here is strong. Let's stay inside, glassy-eyed. I'm thankful for the ways the holidays bring us together. Ooh, I want to stare at my phone with you, with you. We'll be the perfect pair, just wait and see. My wallpaper is you, next to the tree, texting me. I'm thankful for the ways the holidays bring us together. Ooh, I want to stare at my phone with you, with you. And if your thumbs are sore, I'll be all you need. We'll cuddle up close as the candlelight glows, and I'll help you to stroll through your feet. I'm thankful for the ways the holidays bring us together. Ooh, I want to stare at my phone with you. With you. With you.
Okay, it's 6:30 in the morning, and here we have Matt headed off to the first day back to the office since we've been married. It is a long time coming. We've been in the pandemic for what, 2 years? More than 2 years now. So, about 2 years, because yeah, it started about the same time we were married. And so he gets to go catch the train and head downtown and network. You'll be leaving from the Lehigh Front Runner Station, right? Yes, that's a yes. All right, well, have a great day.
Bye.
follow your root here. And then old sneaky snake goes a-dancing, wiggling and a hissing. Sneaky snake goes a-dancing and a giggling and a kissing. I don't like old sneaky snake, he laughs too much for me. When he's wiggling through the grass, tickles his underneath. Old sneaky snake drinks root beer and he just makes me sick. When he is not dancing, he looks just like a stick. Does not have any arms or legs and you cannot see his ears. When you are not looking, he's stealing your root beer. And then old sneaky snake goes a-dancing, wiggling and a hissing. Sneaky snake goes a-dancing and a giggling and a kissing. I don't like old sneaky snake, he laughs too much for me. When he's wiggling through the grass, tickles his underneath. That's not quite in tune, is it?
Sounded awesome.
Woo! Yeah! We're about to go on for our Christmas Eve talent show. Hiram's written a poem. So we've got the big booties.
I got it.
Interesting interpretation of how the Grinch stole Christmas. And it is titled, How the Grinch Stole Thickness. All the people down in Vegas loved thickness a lot. But to the Grinch, up north in Utah, well, he did not. The Grinch hated thickness. Thickness was treason, and if you listen close now, I'll tell you the reason. You see, the Grinch didn't have that much of a caboose, and his pants were always a little bit loose. He looked like a stick, a walking light pole, with no cake of his own. His heart had a hole. The other kids scoffed at his lack of a rump. He had no real friends and was down in the dump. Then he had an idea, an awful idea. The Grinch had a wonderfully awful idea. He would concoct a new medicine, a way to burn fat, and then make all the thick kids' booties go flat. To the city of sin he left with proud posture, and dumped all the fat burner into the water. He fled with glee. His plan was in motion, to slim up the showgirls with his miracle potion. Up north on a mountain, he watched with excitement, to see his revenge and feel the delightment. But to his chagrin, when the sun did rise, the morning light shone on their happy surprise. Everyone was now in perfect health. A citywide miracle to them had been dealt. They cheered and they drank up their nasty brown goo. And sulking back home, the Grinch said,
Oh, poo.
how were they happy? He'd taken their cake. He was sure they had no reason to celebrate. Lost in his sorrow, the Grinch ate his feelings, but it wasn't the tangerines he was feeling. He ate all the ice cream and fatty beef stew. He ate all the nuggets of Dino theme too. And when he stood up, and to his great surprise, his now fat-filled cheeks was what met his eyes. He jumped for joy, but couldn't leave the ground. He'd learned he'd gained a couple of pounds. Great big cheeks the thickness can give you, but overeating is far more likely to kill you.
The end. Smiles.
Rowan, hands down, smile normal. Smile.
Look at that star.
Hands down.
Hi, white one. Hi, kitty.
Oh, he's sitting in her lap. Yeah, I think he wants to go look at the window. Oh my goodness. This is so fun. This is one of them to stay.
Are you gonna stay then?
Oh
Will
my
you
gosh.
stay or will you go?
Here, set it down here and look at this one.
Oh, he will stay.
Oh, family calendar. Oh, I can That's so fun. Oh my goodness.
So it has all of our birthdays with our pictures.
Oh my gosh, that's like perfect. Look. Are you still filming?
Aww.
So you've got pictures. I had everybody send me
There's
pictures.
Annalise and there's Lindsay.
She just.
Emma's birthday. Oh my goodness, this is darling. I love it. Oh, Laura coming out of a booth in London.
Oh, that's so
A
cute.
phone booth, a red phone booth.
Hello.
Oh my gosh, this is so
Hello.
cute.
Hello, privilege of white.
And all three boys with their yellow shirts on. Oh, cute.
He's purring, the little white one.
Mom has just gotten a calendar with all of our faces.
There's Laura on the floor with Annalise. I don't think you've seen. I haven't seen that one.
Happy Christmas.
Most like.
Oh boy.
Mr. Potato Head.
Amazing.
Think she wants grandkids.
Yeah, I think so.
Potato.
I gotcha. Don't worry.
That was a fake man. That just
Oh, hey. My name's Laura. I grew up in Denver, Colorado. I have 3 older brothers. I graduated high school a year early. I was a little bit restless. I think exhibit A of that is one summer I took a job in Alaska without knowing a lot about it. I ended up in this tiny town working for this company. I'm still really not sure what they did. There were times when I was making popcorn or selling salmon or like deboning fish on the docks while the bald eagles stared at me threateningly. But it was wild. One of my roommates actually persuaded me to audition for the local play. I've never taken a theater class in my life, but it was called The Fish Pirate's Daughter, so how can you not? They cast me as a prostitute, and I sang and danced on stage for 3 weekends that summer. When I was studying abroad in London, I lived in a house with 42 other college kids, 6 guys, 36 girls. You can imagine the drama. By the end of it, I was officially labeled the only one that everyone still liked, which I think says something. I am a recent convert to Survivor. I just started watching it this last year, actually, when I was interning in DC for the Senate. I fell in love with it. My fellow interns, by the end of it, because I talked about it so much, gave me the superlative most likely to win Survivor. So there you have it. I'm not one of these people who's like, I'm gonna go out there and I'm gonna win Survivor. It honestly terrifies me. I think that I could win, but I think that I identify more with the people who are like, I didn't know if I could do it, and then I tried it, and then I did it, and it changed my life. So I think that would be more my story. So I just graduated with a degree in political science, minor in history and international diplomacy. Basically, I think Survivor would be the best thing ever.
You liven up every place that you are in.
So you're saying that everybody would be obsessed with me, so they couldn't possibly vote me out?
Couldn't possibly say no to you.
Perfect.
Every time she comes over, everything changes. We all turn into different accents and have just these weird quirks that she just kind of bleeds onto us. And it would be hilarious to see that happen to other contestants too.
How would I get to the merge, Matthew?
Laura would get to the merge being sneaky and being the person people trust.
Flying under the radar.
Flying under the radar.
Under the radar.
Yeah, exactly.
So you're telling me that everyone would look to me as their leader, but they wouldn't.
They wouldn't know
I
it.
was the leader.
Exactly.
Okay.
You'd get them doing things and they wouldn't even know they're doing it because of you.
Excellent.
But also being like the kingpin. But
Because
nobody,
people tell me things.
but nobody knows you're the kingpin, but you are.
Yep.
Right?
Yes, exactly.
You lead by example and by memes.
You heard it here first, folks.
Watch out.
Okay, basically, you gotta put me on Survivor.
Oh shoot, it's 59.
Yay.
So do I just like yell when it hits midnight?
10,
9,
8,
7,
6,
5, 4,
3,
2, 1.
Happy New Year!
Oh, I broke the screen.